Yes, people, welcome back to Breathe and Bleed Football, episode 16.
Yes,
Looking
sir.
ahead to game week number 8, if I'm not wrong. Game week 8, 7 games
Not
played.
wrong.
Back from the international break, football's back. And as Troops would say, back again. Today, joining me,
Back
Mr.
again.
Karun and Mr. Nawab.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
All good. And a familiar face on the panel, Mr. Aekavin. Welcome
And
back.
Cristiano
It's been a-
Ronaldo. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we see him. CR7. But yeah, Aekavin, it's been a while, man. How are you doing?
Yep. All good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
All good. You know,
Good.
we've been away for
Yeah.
like 2-3 weeks, but
Yeah.
you know, international break. We're finally back. And yeah, it's gonna be a great show tonight because I'm gonna do things slightly different this time. We're gonna score predictions first to get that out of the way. Obviously, we
my.
have the biggest news in world football in the past week or so. You know, with Newcastle having new owners now, a new takeover. Mike Ashley's out of the door. And obviously, I'll leave that till the last because it's the biggest news. I have actually a question regarding that topic itself. And yeah, we're going to recap our team season so far and obviously preview the next coming game. So, you know, Liverpool's playing Watford and United travel to King Power as well. So yeah, when I say I'm going to do things slightly different this time, I'm just going to use a few minutes. Everyone's going to get a minute each. I'm going to start the timer. Whatever you want to get off your chest, now's your time. Obviously, keep it football related. You know, if you want to touch on other sports, then, you know, be my guest. So speaking of guests, I'm going to start with Aekavin. You have a minute. When it's the last 10 seconds, I will show you guys the time. So don't worry. And your time starts now.
So, big news. Yeah, Newcastle getting new owners. You know, I think this is gonna be massive for the world of football. Now we're talking about Newcastle's potential Champions League contenders, like contention to make the Champions League, not win the Champions League, obviously, because they're not in the Champions League yet. Building a possible strong squad with big players that may be out of favor at their respective clubs. A few months ago we were talking Ryan Fraser and all the men, but now we're talking about bloody Raheem Sterling and Gareth Bale to Newcastle with the money that they have. It's insane how time flies, you know. And Newcastle once a big club, but now getting back to their old days again. And I think they deserve it, you know, because Mike Ashley has ruined the club top to bottom. And for me, this is gonna be a big for the Premier League. It's gonna be dead for quite a lot of teams. But yeah, we move.
All right. That was quick and simple. And yeah, don't worry. We will touch on Newcastle much more towards the end.
Yep.
Next up, Karun, the stage is yours.
All right.
Shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna discuss this whole McTominay situation that our fan base is going on about right now. So here's the thing, right? McTominay has been seen as a really different player. Everyone's calling him a box-to-box midfielder who is supposed to be good going back and up in front because, you know, you're claiming he's a box-to-box. But I think that narrative should end. He is not a box-to-box midfielder at all. He's a ball-winning midfielder. If you focus only on his ball retention of after we have lost the ball and how he retains the ball as quick as he does or as strongly as he does at times, it's really underrated. So yeah, a lot of the fans are saying that McTominay is a box-to-box midfielder. Let focus on his game as a ball-winning midfielder. That's what I'd like to say, man. Yep.
Sweet and simple. Nawab, anything that you want to say? Your time starts now.
I really don't know what to say. I have a lot of things to say. And I'm going to say right now. I'm going to say it is
You see United players performing so well in international. You see Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick last night. And
Sue.
let's have half a minute silence for Fred's career.
Yeah.
Sorry, Van de Beek. And Van de Beek for now.
No, Van de Beek he'll be fine. Fred is dead.
Yeah.
Fred's a-
Let's keep the remaining seconds silent for him then.
You know what? Yeah, I don't want to make this a long show. So we can do
don't know what to
that,
say.
later. It's not like
Private.
you just now you were talking about Fred or Mac Fred? Just Fred, right?
Fred, not Mac.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he's getting paid regardless weekly. We're not, so no time to waste on him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start my timer now. I'm not gonna cheat, so I'll show you guys as well the last 10 seconds. I actually have 3 things to say. Okay, got it. Starting now. First of all, I just want to address a few things. Yeah, I don't care if Tyson Fury is from Manchester. I know he's British. I don't give a shit. Deontay Wilder, this guy want to come up with excuses. The second fight, he's won 3 out of 3, square and fair. He can shut the hell up now. You want to go on about this guy? He's giving insane excuses. Yeah, so big up to his trainer as well, Sugar Hill. This guy is an amazing boxer. He's the best. He's the goat of his era right now, of his generation.
Yep.
The way he overcome his whole life with his drinking problem, with
Drug abuse,
mental health, and he got COVID during the summer. That's why it had to be moved, the fight, right? And he just got a newborn baby recently, so he's not training at his best. Second, Mo Salah is the best player on the planet right now, hands down. Best player on form. I don't care about Benzema. He's doing in a shittier league. If it's about Egypt and France, if Salah's playing for France, it's a different story. Benzema plays in Europe, so for his country. Salah plays for Egypt. He got an assist the other night. No one talks about it, but it's all about Benzema right now. Mo Salah, the best, and I went over my time by 10 seconds. So there is a punishment for me if it works out.
You're out.
If you guys can hear that.
I heard that.
You're out.
Yeah. Anyways, one last thing I wanted to say is about Spain. Mbappe was clearly offside. I don't get the new rule, the new law. It's just stupid. He was offside. When the ball was passed from, I forgot who gave that through ball. Was it Pogba? Who was it? I don't know. I forgot. But the guy who made that ball, Mbappe was offside. The linesman should have raised his flag right there and then. This stupid new rule that the linesman had to let the play go in case he got it wrong to check VAR. Back in the day, the linesman had that up. Different story. And Eric Garcia, he came out to say, what else is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
This young center back seeing Mbappe running. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to play the ball then. You can't just leave
You can't just do nothing.
Yeah.
You can't raise that up. He's offside. Because if he's not offside, then Eric Garcia will raising up his hand and stopping the play. So this whole new law about, because it's a different phase now, he tried to play the ball. That's what the ref said to him. That's just dumb. So congratulations to France. They're the clear favorites, but we move. This weekend's game now, before we talk about Liverpool United, this time, this is not a preview show for other teams in the Prem. It's just for us. So just to make this quick and fast, the other 8 remaining games, I just want straight up score predictions. But if anyone somehow says anything controversial, gives out something like a shocking result, they don't have to explain themselves as yet. Anyone else on the panel can just ask that person why.
Mhm.
Like, if Liverpool is losing to Watford 4-0, we want to hear that, right?
And also, we don't want you on the show.
I won't be surprised if it happens again, bro. It's Al-Assar ran through.
I don't know what I'll do. You guys give Liverpool 4-0. I'll make this my own show. I'll full screen myself if I can.
I think it's time you kick me out because -5-0 to Watford. I'm sorry.
but but we're not talking about Liverpool or United as yet right now. It's the other 8 games. So, Mr. Aekavin, obviously on Saturday in UK lunchtime kickoff for us 6:30. I'm not gonna talk about that because Liverpool. The next game on my list here, 9 p.m. Aston Villa host Wolves. I know we get carried away and we explain, but we have much more on, like to talk about, about our clubs and Newcastle takeover. So let's just straight up score prediction. And yeah, hopefully you have it all listed down. Villa against Wolves.
2-0 Villa.
Perfect. Nawab.
2-1.
2.
Okay. So when you're saying that, I assume it's the home side, right? Like,
Yes.
as I said,
I'm gonna go with the home
Villa and
side
Wolves.
score first. Yes.
Okay, Karun.
Villa 1-0.
Villa 2-1 for me. So I'm like Nawab. Next game on my list is your game, so I'll skip that. City host Burnley at the Etihad. Just to make it random this time, Karun first.
1-0 City.
Okay. Nawab.
3-0.
2, right?
3-0.
Okay. Aekavin.
I'm with Nawab. 3-0 City.
I want to say 3-0 badly, but I'll go with what I have on my list. City 2-0. Wait, I like this, by the way. Me, Karun, and Nawab are all different since we're keeping points of our score prediction, right?
Yes.
We have 1-0, 2-0, and 3-0. Next game, Norwich against Brighton. Nawab.
1-1.
Aekavin.
2-1 to Brighton.
Karun.
1-2. So yeah, Brighton wins 2-1.
I'm on the same boat as Karun and Aekavin. Brighton wins 2-1. So yeah, 1-2. Southampton against Leeds. Aekavin.
3-1 Leeds. Leeds will win 3-1 away.
Karun.
1-2 Leeds wins. So 2-1 Leeds.
Nawab.
Same as Karun, 1-2. I wrote it right here.
I don't know why, but I can see Leeds winning, but I give it a 1-1. Last game, Saturday night, 11:30 kickoff. Brentford at home against Chelsea, the leaders. Nawab.
1-2. Chelsea 2-1.
Karun.
0-2. 2-0 Chelsea.
Ooh.
Aekavin.
I'm with Nawab. Chelsea win 2-1 away at Brentford.
Wow. So I guess I'm the only one going controversial here because my team played there before. I'm going 2-2, my classic score.
Wow.
Oh.
But I won't be surprised.
I won't even be surprised
Yeah,
if
I
Brentford
wouldn't-
actually takes the win. I won't even be surprised.
Brentford have
Someone
potential.
Season.
Okay. I'll just take it as you guys asking me why. But you guys
Why?
can see it happening, right?
Yeah.
The thing
Wouldn't be
is,
surprised.
obviously they beat Arsenal. That's not surprising anyway. But like
Yes.
the fact that they went away to West Ham last game, I'm pretty sure before the international break they won 2-1 at like right at the death. You guys remember that? Right before the Liverpool Man City game. Brentford won 2-1 away from home against West Ham. West Ham's in Europe. They took 2 points away from Liverpool. Okay, that was a bad day at the office for us. At the back, we were just shambles. Yeah, Van Dijk played his worst game since he's been back. That was the worst performance since we lost to Villa 7-2 last season. But yeah, like, obviously with our whole squad back, the worst performance was Aston Villa. Obviously, we had much more after that, but a dead team, injury FC. So last time we had like our full team was the Villa 7-2 defeat, which was early on last season. So Chelsea, they've been convincing. That's why they're top right now. But yeah, when we recap our own teams, I will actually touch on Chelsea and City because they're the one going for the title with us. But yeah, 2-2. Next day, Sunday, Everton hosts West Ham. So far, if I'm not wrong, Rafa just lost 1. So I'll go with Nawab first.
1-1.
Everton, West Ham, 1-1.
Yeah.
Karoon,
1-1.
Aekavin.
3-1 Everton.
Wow.
Oh.
I have 2-2 written down. My classic score again, 2-2.
Nice.
But yeah, it's the same outcome as Nawab and Karoon, a draw. And now this game, all eyes would be in this game as well.
Yeah,
We don't know if Steve Bruce will still be there. We don't know if Steve Bruce will be there, but I reckon he should be at least for
Should
one
be
game.
for now, yeah.
If
Apparently
he's sacked, if he's sacked before a ball is even kicked, that is the worst example you can put out there. I don't care the richest guy on planet.
Yeah.
You give him the money and let's see what he can do in Jan, But
They're
anyways,
just hoping he loses this Sunday, so they have to sack him.
yeah. But
Funny
the
how-
fact that they're playing this team, yeah, Bottle FC, Spurs,
Oh.
the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start with Aekavin. Score Newcastle Spurs.
Spurs win 2-1 away at Newcastle.
Navav.
Newcastle to win 1-0.
I like that. Karoon.
Mine's exact same like Nawab. 1-0 Newcastle.
Newcastle was gonna
My-
take the win.
I'm not surprised.
Mine-
I'm not surprised.
Wait.
I think Newcastle
wait.
have all the hope and everything right now. All the
Yeah.
like the momentum and the pendulum.
Nah, but Spurs don't have
Everything's
a
on their
good
side
record.
right now except for the players, like the better players we can talk about.
Don't worry. Our next segment later on will obviously be much more in depth about Newcastle. But guess what? I had Newcastle 2-1 written down. So for me, Newcastle's winning this as well because St. James Park will be buzzing no matter what.
Mm.
Literally, they don't care who the manager is. They don't care. The only good player who wants to play proper football, who will remain in the team, who will probably only Saint Max. They don't care if they have Joe Linton as a striker. They don't care if they have John Joe Shelby playing or some dumbet guy playing left back. But they'll be buzzing, man. So, and Spurs, Nuno, he's not doing well. Obviously, before international break, they beat Villa 2-1. Harry Kane's been shit so far.
Absolute crap he's been.
So, yeah, I'm going 2-1. Monday Night Football, Arsenal hosts Palace, a London derby. Aekavin,
3-0 Arsenal.
Karoon,
2-0 Arsenal.
Nawab,
I'm not gonna say 1-0, I'm gonna say 2-1.
2-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with a 1-1. I don't know, man. Like,
Not surprised.
I can't even explain myself for this, but I don't have to because Arsenal, you guys already know it,
Not surprised, yeah.
So
They could bottle it.
because Palace, to be fair, even though Liverpool and Chelsea literally battered them when they came to like our stadium. Arsenal, I know they play well against Spurs, but again, they do that every season. They beat Spurs at home. And last game they drew to Brighton. Brighton played good football, but Palace, not the worst team. Patrick Vieira, I think finally he knows what he wants to do with this team. And I think they're playing decent. Not that bad. Like, oh yeah, they beat Spurs. That was like one of the best highlights this season.
I've
yeah.
seen Arsenal 5-0. I've seen Arsenal draw. I've seen Arsenal win. There's nothing surprising with Arsenal this season.
It could go all three. They can
Palace-
even lose. They can.
Crystal Palace have a good record away at the Emirates as well. So anything can happen, Palace could even nick a 1-0
The last time I
win,
think
you
they
don't
beat
know.
them like 2-1, if I'm not wrong.
They did, yeah, they did. They won 2-1, yeah. But
So
that was
yeah,
without- Might be
it
different now.
just depends whether they show up or not. And now their fans want to talk about Ramsdale, one of the best keepers in the league, so like on current form, and then they want to talk about Tomiyasu, one of the best right back right now, and Ben White proving his worth. Like it just calm down a bit. Yeah, we're just in game week 8, so don't get all gassed up. They
Still a lot
won
of
3
time to
games
bottle.
after the first international break, and then they drew to Brighton. So like unbeaten since the first international break until now, and they think that Arteta has turned the tables around. So Arsenal fans just keep calm. Yeah, you're back to square one when you lose Monday night. But yeah. Anyways, before we talk about Newcastle, it's time to talk about Liverpool and Manchester United. I'm going to do a few things different again. Obviously, Aekavin will speak about United. Not your last game. just a recap of your season so far, a quick review. But don't talk about the Leicester game as yet. So no score prediction, nothing about Leicester, just your season so far. And for Karun and Nawab, I don't want to hear 3 versions of Man United because I'm sure Aekavin will probably say most things anyway. Karun and Nawab, you guys, one of you have to choose who's taking City, who's taking Chelsea. I have their form written down all games so far, so I will remind you so far their wins, their defeats, amount of draws. I'll put it out there so you guys will know. And obviously, I'll do Liverpool because I'm the only Liverpool fan here. So who wants to take City, who wants to take Chelsea? Since it's a full horse race.
I'll let
And
Nawab
literally, the table is already showing it that way.
I'm okay with any. Is there a way you can do a flip for us? If you have a coin, you flip for us or something?
It's okay. I'll make it easy. I'll take City.
Okay. I take Chelsea.
Yeah, Karun can take the noisy neighbors. And
Also,
Nawab, you can
noisy,
take
before
shit.
before Nawab, what's his name? Aekavin goes on about United. He's Ole out, so I just want to say Ole in, and now he can go.
Only
No,
in
now
until
you can
end of the
start.
season.
Ole in the mud.
I'm Ole in until end of life. So
You know what? Just to save time for this, I'll give you guys 2 minutes on the clock.
yeah.
So Quinn, your season so far, you can rate your season so far if you want it, like out of 10 on a scale out of 10, or even A, B, C, D, whatever. And yeah, how are you gonna cope with no. Your center back situation, that'll be in the preview. So yeah, 7 games played so far. If I'm not wrong, you guys won. Whereas you guys won 4, 2 draws, 1 defeat. If I'm not wrong. So yeah. Oh yeah, your time starts now.
United having a bang average season, if you ask me, because this squad that we have is good enough to have beaten young boys, to have beaten Everton without their best players, and to have beaten Villa at home. I know Villa had built a decent squad, but United's squad is miles better than Aston Villa. We tactically do not win games with ease because I've watched the games. We struggle in games so much. On the counter, we get hit. If you go and look at the goals that we conceded against Everton and Newcastle at home, both were very identical goals from the left-hand side. Luke Shaw being out of position. There's so many issues we have to solve at the back, and there are issues that we have to solve with scoring goals. We don't win games comfortably. We always have to grind it out. We are like moments. We always rely on big moments to win games, and that is a big problem. We cannot do that. We have to win games on the basis of playing as a team and not relying on individual brilliance to win us a game. That is one thing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to look at and has to solve, because this is going to be the biggest month of Manchester United's season. I don't care what anyone says. This is bigger than the final day of the season, because when I get to the final day of the season, you have to go through these fixtures. You have to beat the best to be the best. And if we don't do that, we're not going to be the best. Simple as. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's like 20 seconds remaining, but I mean, I completely hear you, and obviously I'll give a chance for Kuru and Nawab to obviously speak on about their own team as well. Not that you're just gonna do add more to what Aekavin said. The thing is, I kind of have my say on United as well, but I'll leave it to the last because it doesn't really matter. But Nawab and Karun, anything you guys want to add on what Aekavin said so far about your season, or
I just wanted
you're
to
good
ask
to go?
Aekavin, how does he think City? What does he think of City's season? I know I have to give City the thing, but just give me out of 10 on City, just out of 10.
Yeah, and because I can't understand why you even asking that, because Aekavin, just to remind you, and I know you know this, but you guys are leveled points with City right now, literally on 14 points. You're only 2 points behind the leaders, Chelsea, and 1 point behind us. So regardless of people who think it's a bad season, look at all around you. It is going to be bad for everyone. So for me, I think the issue is, as long as you're in touching distance, as long as you're in the conversation, as long as you're competing. If by Jan you're 10 points off leaders,
that's
then
different.
I wouldn't mind hearing Ollie out any day.
Only thing is now is the fact that Man City play proper football and they actually win games convincingly. They scored more goals than United already without a striker. I'm telling you this.
I think
without
that
a
is
proper-
wrong. I don't think they haven't scored more goals than us. They've scored exactly the same amount of goals as us.
But then they have a better goal difference and they have a better defensive record than us.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
they conceded 3 lesser goals than us only.
Goal difference is just by 3. 8 and
They beat
11.
they beat they lost to Spurs 1-0 on the first day because they didn't have their players fully fit. Understandable. And when
We
they dropped
drew to
points
Southampton. Sorry, there.
Southampton, that's inexcusable for both.
Okay,
teams.
I actually I did my research. So obviously, I have like all 7 games of all the big 4 teams, right?
Mhm.
So City lost Spurs, battered Norwich and Arsenal 5-0, beat Leicester 1-0, beat Chelsea 1-0, and the latest game 2-2 at Anfield.
Yeah. And we
So literally,
battered Leeds,
so-
we battered Newcastle.
Literally, United and City are the same.
But
1-4,
our
2
performance-
draws,
but-
1 defeat.
Also, Aekavin,
But
you
our
said that we
performance
haven't
have
won a
not been
single game convincingly. Did you not watch the Newcastle game or the Leeds game?
That
I
doesn't.
watched.
I mean,
It doesn't count because
Leeds
we
game,
won by a lot.
That's 2 games. 2 games.
No, we
I'm
out
gonna-
of 7, bro. Out of 7, that's 2, just 5. That is not 2 of those weren't even wins.
the Wolves
But
game we should have absolutely got battered 5-1. That Wolves game was so undeserving. That Southampton game we were poor. We were so poor in that City actually dominated Southampton. But didn't score. But we
Okay,
but
I want to
we had to rely-
bring Nawab into the conversation.
Yeah, Nawab.
So
give me
Nawab,
a take.
before we talk about Chelsea, give us your say on United so far.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
wait. Are you more on Kerwin's side or of the argument, or Aekavin, or are you sitting on the fence, or you have your own version? Then go ahead.
wait for my question. You'll know whose side I'm on. I have a question for you. You're saying that with the way we are performing, you're saying we have performed really poor with the 2 games that you mentioned. If you're saying that we perform like this throughout the season, but we are still 2 points behind the leaders, are you still gonna complain like this, or you're
That's
still
a
gonna
I
say
won't
that we
complain
have
That's a
had a
very
successful
good
season?
if we win, I won't complain. No. That's
No, I mean,
completely-
no. Look at that. You're saying that we don't have a tactical plan, is what you're
Yeah.
trying to say, right?
So
We're
if we
not playing
keep winning
proper football
shittily,
compared to
yes.
City. You're saying that
Against
we don't
Fulham-
have a plan. Is that what you're saying?
There is no style of play. That's the issue. What I'm seeing is there's no style of
Do
play.
you know
and I
why
want-
there's no style of play right now? Because of your favorite player, Ronaldo.
It's not
If
because
he
of-
is your favorite player, that's why there's no style of play. Whichever team Ronaldo goes to, the style of play is give Ronaldo the ball.
That
is
is spot on because, like I said, I have my say on United as well, but that is spot on. So
There's a
that's
reason
my
we
next
don't have a
question,
style of
basically.
play.
He's not at fault of the goals that we're conceding, though. It's not him.
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
him.
Okay, you know what? I kind of hear you because the game against for instance, the game against Everton, Ronaldo was on bench. Am I right?
He wasn't even playing.
Yeah. Wait. So he came on like what 70th something, or was it before
60th
that?
minute.
Sure.
60th minute.
So I understand you. That was one example you can say, literally the Everton game. But shout out to my cousin Nihal and Tevan. Yeah, we were talking on this group chat after the 1-1 draw against Everton. Both of them are completely different. Nihal was like absolutely okay with the draw and all that because look at the Tom giving it to Yerry Mina, an offside position. Why are you passing it? Like Tom Davis should have just took the shot. Yeah, De Gea would probably have saved it anyway because the top goalie that he
Yeah.
is. But they actually came. Tevan, same guy. He actually said what Aekavin was saying. Why are we relying on individual brilliance?
Yeah.
Because it's like all these putting out 11 players that are world-class elite players, but there is no style of play. There's no plan. It's just go out there, just show magic and relying on Ronaldo, like the Villarreal game. So I get he can't save you every week, but that brings me to the Kerwin's point. You have no style of play. Why? I see Portugal doing the same thing. Yeah, last night Bruno and Ronaldo both scored, but if you're relying on one guy, imagine you're being Luke Shaw. I don't cross into CR7 now. I want to bring it in. What will he
Exactly.
think of me? He is gonna put so much shit on me after the game.
I have to think
I know what-
psychologically, yeah.
I know what Townsend did that day was like shithousery, yeah. But he respect Ronaldo and all that. You could see CR7 was disappointed with the draw. This guy's elite mentality, man. He's like Bruno. So I don't know if it's Pogba playing when he plays for France. He was man of the match in the Nations League final. Why can't Pogba produce the same week in week out? I feel like
maybe now that Rashford,
maybe he's moving around too much. Like
yeah,
Sancho
maybe now
left
that
or
Rashford's
right,
coming back, right?
You
He'll
know,
have a more
now
stable
it's-
position.
yeah.
Now it could change. Now, yeah, Gordon pointed out. I'm
Because-
actually now more confident that Rashford is back because you know why? Last season we've seen Luke Shaw and him be effective on the
Mhm.
left-hand side. But if you watch the last game, Luke Shaw was so far back. He didn't even go help Sancho with overlapping run. And that's why Sancho is struggling. It's
But
because
why-
he doesn't have Shaw to make overlapping
Why
run.
isn't Sancho or even say McTominay struggling with their countries ever? Why are they only struggling
Because-
with us? I don't get this.
Because they're playing. I guess when you play with your fellow countrymen, there's more like.
Nah,
I guess there's
man.
more
I
chemistry to it.
I think maybe they just need to get used to it, right? Especially for Sancho.
Different coach, different tactics. I guess
Yeah.
maybe.
for
But-
Sancho, we completely understand. Like no one's
Yeah,
gonna
it'll
judge
take
him
time,
after
right?
7 games,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Sancho. I understand completely.
He's gonna take
Even-
time to adapt. And I
Yeah.
feel like the only problem now is sometimes Pogba can go to the left, sometimes Greenwood is playing on the right, sometimes
Yeah.
Sancho left, Sancho right.
But-
Now that Rashford is back, he pretty much secures the left side. Am I right? The left wing.
Yeah,
But sometimes
So,
I see
so
when-
imagine right is either Sancho or Greenwood. Once everyone masters their own position, Pogba knows his role. Is it do I have to help City at the back? Am I number 6 or am I actually being the guy supporting Bruno in attack? So I get the whole CDM guy. You guys still need that guy. I'm not writing that off, but like
I have to.
of course
I have to
with this
point-
team you want to watch good football, but as long as you're competing, you can't say all out though. That's just my
Pogba, the
opinion
only
anyway.
thing Pogba is he's playing so deep.
Yeah.
He's very deep. He needs to be
It-
more forward. And
Is
that's the
it,
issue
no
with-
is that an instruction from Oli though?
It
Or
could
it's
be,
from-
right? Or it could be
Yeah.
Pogba on his own.
Sometimes- happy with Pogba
You gotta
playing deep.
For me,
Great from deep.
The problem is like
Pogba's
for-
deep.
for me, I would rather see him in CDM. I mean, I wouldn't rather see anything, but like if I'm a United fan, I would want him to be in my 6 rather than McFred. If I'm being completely honest, I think
100%.
Pogba can defend though. I think he can defend. He's like a Yaya Toure for me. I don't know why. I'm just imagining it. Or he's a box to box midfielder. Like he can
Yeah,
create. I
he's
know his
an
best
actual
game.
box
He's
to box.
attacking. He's an attacking minded player, so I understand that. But like I feel
But
he
why
can play.
can't
He
we
can
play
do all.
Pogba
he
and
can do the job.
McTominay? We can play Pogba and Mac and tell Fred to fuck off. Right? We can do that easily. And then when we get
mean-
Declan Rice,
I have good news for you, bro. Fred is missing this weekend's game.
yeah, he's an idiot. Firstly, the dumbass.
This is a great segue to
What was
to
he
talk
he
doing?
got
about.
ruined.
your-
You saw that, right? He got ruined.
And but I also don't blame Fred. I don't blame Fred alone though, bro. I blame Shaw for running out of position. Did you see Luke Shaw? He ran out of position at left back. Left Andros Townsend open, bang, 1-1. Why do you run? Why would you run across when literally man attacking you?
And it's so weird to see Luke Shaw make a mistake. He rarely does.
Yeah, and Wan-Bissaka had to run and help. You can't even blame Wan-Bissaka for that, man. It wasn't even his fault. He had to
by the
run
way,
across.
I know we haven't had a show for long, but then whenever Diego Dalot was playing instead of this fucking Bissaka guy, that guy's absolute ass, bro. That
Yeah.
Dalot, kutta panchot.
He can't even go, bro. He can't even go forward without losing the ball.
Oh, clear level ko dumalan. I thought I was promised a really good right back in Dalot.
Bro,
Like
he
he did
played
well
left
in
back.
Milan and all that.
But
I
the
doing
myself
really
said he
well
was
in
gonna be
Milan.
good. I said we should keep him and not sell him. I lied to
bro,
myself.
the issue is, bro, he was playing left back at Milan. Never played right back for Milan. He played left back. all
Okay,
his time.
I don't have like live scenes of Diego Dalot right now, but he sent me a voice note doing this. He is
Hey,
crying
Dalot.
right now. Yeah, he's literally breaking down at the moment. But
He needs
Well,
to.
gotta
He can't
gotta
pop
face the
across, man.
truth.
Yeah.
That Villarreal game, he
Okay.
was bullied by Danjuma, man.
Yeah.
He was bullied.
Yeah.
Okay,
bullied.
I was supposed to give everyone 2 minutes on their own assigned teams that I gave out, but now that we already touched on United, might as well talk about your game against Leicester. We'll talk about City and Chelsea and Liverpool later. So let's just talk about your game then. Instead of coming back, we're already in that United zone right now. So yeah, after all the talk we just had, obviously now going into this game, in terms of your squad, I know Varane is out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And Aekavin, I understand where you're coming from when you actually said about this month being probably the most vital month of your entire season, right? It's crucial because of your
The
game.
next 6 games. Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, you have like Leicester away, Atalanta at home or away?
Home
Both.
first,
Home, and then Liverpool home, and then like Spurs
and
away,
then
and then, and then City or something. I don't know.
then Atalanta away, I think. Again.
You
Yeah.
Then we play no, I think there's a Carabao Cup break between.
wait, we play both you guys in City this month, don't we?
Spurs
Yeah,
first and
yeah.
Spurs first
24th
actually,
is
you
the
know-
is the day. I think that day is the El Clasico also. I think the day we
Wow.
play Liverpool.
I mean, it's not really an El
Bro,
Clasico anymore, though.
you know what's happening on the 24th of October?
Barca,
Yeah.
like a
India
Takeover.
versus Pakistan cricket as well.
Damn.
T20
Oh.
cricket.
Because I know Red
Takeover.
Boys 2 days after Nawaz's birthday, I already had it
And then-
checked.
Wait, what?
There's
What is two?
Yeah.
Oh, Red Ball. Okay.
And then
2
there's
days after
Aekavin-
Nawaz's birthday.
Aekavin,
Happy
PSV,
birthday, Nawaz.
PSV, Juve into PSG.
Yeah, I'll be
Marseille,
working on my birthday.
Real Madrid.
I guess.
When's your
Crazy.
birthday?
Okay, so yeah, we're letting people out there know, see, so you get more wishes,
Yeah,
Nawaz.
when's your birthday, Nawaz? I don't. Can you tell
I
me?
don't know.
Okay,
What's
even
your
I don't
birthday?
know. I'll just send
Okay.
you.
Okay, guys, we still have to talk about City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. So yeah, about your game against Leicester, Varane's out for a few weeks. Maguire's out as well. I'm not sure how long. So can you guys tell me that?
He's in contention to be fit, to get the
It's time
fitness.
to bring on
Okay.
Phil Jones. Phil Jones, the legend. Bring on Phil Jones.
So we're gonna having a Eric Bailly again.
Because
After-
no, it's Lindelof and Bailly, bro. Phil Jones is not even sniffing the pitch right now.
The only thing he's
But-
sniffing is coke. That cunt.
But
I prefer
yeah, I
drinking
mean,
though.
yeah, Maguire, he didn't travel with England. He didn't play for England, obviously. So he's in contention. I don't think he'll start as yet, right? Considering you guys have Champions League
Yeah.
week.
I don't think. I think he
No.
might start Atalanta and he might start
But
against.
okay,
against
here's the thing.
Liverpool, but he won't start against Leicester.
Yeah, we'll leave score prediction till the end, right? But here's the thing: Leicester, they haven't been playing the best football
Not
this
at all.
season. Like
they're
they bottled a 2-0 lead against
Yeah.
Burnley, if I'm not wrong. That was
Vardy
the
is
last
keeping
time.
them up.
That was the last
Vardy
game.
is doing
And
good
and
work.
apparently Burnley almost won it right at the end, but it was ruled out. But anyways, I just thought of
That was
something about United.
Palace also.
Sorry, what?
Palace as well. They were up 2-0 against Palace. They bottled the 2-2. They bottled 2-0 lead.
Against
All
who?
right,
Legia-
that was the last game.
Legia Warsaw in the Europa League, they lost.
But
1-0. That game, that
yeah,
was
Oh yeah,
terrible.
they lost to some shit in Europa League, right? What was it?
Legia Warsaw.
Legia,
the-
Legia.
bro, that group. If you guys see the group, even Napoli and Leicester are like
Yeah.
third and fourth.
Yeah.
The top two favorites are third and fourth right now.
Napoli lost to Spartak. That was shocking as hell. Shocking, man.
But I don't think
Especially
I'm
on the
wrong in
form
saying
that-
they bottled against Burnley. Let me check. Yeah, it was literally the week before the Palace game that they drew 2-2. The week before they did the same 2-2 against Burnley. So, like I said, Leicester not playing the best football. Probably in game week 2 or 3, that's when they got battered by West Ham away.
Hmm.
Obviously, they're king power. But I just thought of what you said earlier about United, right? Obviously, anyone can just disagree with me. But then I feel the reason you're saying that's also obviously same points with City. Yeah, they're playing more convincing, but only if they had a number 9, it would probably be 4-0 up against Liverpool in the first half, if I'm being honest. But I think it's also because it's about the teams you guys played. Am I right? The thing is, Liverpool, Chelsea, and City played one another already. So we played 2 of the big 4 going for the title, and we had like some played Spurs as well, some played Arsenal as well. Yeah, both City and Chelsea played Arsenal. So I think the reason you're saying that's also because those were games you guys are supposed to win. Now comes the hard part. You guys didn't have any difficult fixtures as yet. Like speaking only of Premier League, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can understand why you're saying that. Yeah, same points, only 2 points from Chelsea gap, but like it's the team you guys played. So I forgot to bring that out there. But then now it starts with Leicester. If Ollie, this question's for everyone. If Ollie goes to King Power and let's say he loses game before in Atalanta, Aekavin, I'm pretty sure you're Ollie out since now anyway, right? But Karu and Avab, I know you guys said early on that you'll wait until at least Jan to see how many points you guys behind the leaders if you're competing in the Champions League as well. Obviously, there's FA Cup to come. There's no more Carabao. But if you lose this on Saturday, do you think the pressure on Ollie, because right now it doesn't seem like close to being sacked. Like the idea is only out there. It's only trending on like Twitter and IG, right?
Yeah.
So before you guys give your like score, how will you guys cope without? I know Leicester not playing the best football. I don't even know who's fit or not for them, so I can't give that news out right now. There's no update about them. If you guys know, feel free to share. But I'm pretty sure they still have Harvey Barnes and Jamie Vardy, Madison. Vardy last game scored like 3, including 1 own goal. Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. I forgot, like the Burnley game or the Palace. I'm not sure. But anyways, before you give out the score, Aekavin, Varane and most probably no Maguire as well. And how much pressure will be on Ollie if he doesn't get the 3 points when there's so many bigger teams coming in the few weeks ahead?
Considering how we've been playing and the results that have happened recently, shocking results against United, we need to be better on the ball and off the ball. Performances have to get better because when you're playing against the bigger clubs, then it's a different game.
But weirdly, we beat bigger clubs, right? Don't we?
No, we did. We
have a habit of like getting the hard games.
A couple seasons ago, we didn't have Marcus Rashford. He was out to a back injury.
Every time Ollie's under that pressure, he always delivers.
Yeah.
And it's always a big game. Right? It's always a big game.
But the big games I've been confident. But
and plus, your away form as well. I want to put that out there too. Your away form in the Prem.
We need to be better.
Forget the young boys and stuff in the Prem. You already broke the record of like the most undefeated away games.
We need to be better because the Man City and Chelsea are not gonna they're not gonna be light. They're not gonna take it lightly. The way we played against Wolves is one prime example of how we should be better. We cannot let them counter us because when they counter, we always fail to stop the crosses coming into the box. Then Victor Lindelof leaves one man open in the box, and they tend to succeed. So
is Marcus Rashford back for this game? Or is it too soon?
He is back, but I don't think he'll play because he's going to be resting for Atalanta and Liverpool.
He's training, but I think he'll be back for Liverpool game. That's
He
for
might-
sure. But before
He
that,
might
it's
come
not
off the
sure.
bench, though. He might come off
And-
the bench. I have to wait for
And
Ole.
he loves scoring against Liverpool.
Yeah. I
Damn.
have to wait for Ole to say though because we can't assume at the moment. Although this run for me, I'm nervous, but I'm confident at the same time because United tend to do better against the big teams. We always tend to get results, but when it comes to the smaller games, we always tend to drop points. So if we're gonna go on a great run, we're gonna have to beat Watford. We're gonna have to beat who else is on the way? And Watford's in between, so we have to beat Watford as well. And
Yeah,
especially
it's.
staying away from
I remember my
record
uncle posted a few weeks ago before the international break of your fixtures in October, and he was like, "Watford is the only difficult one." He was like, "Watford is the only difficult game," So
because United always beat the big teams. We always find it easy.
yeah, that's the thing. Trust me, this is what's gonna keep Ollie in his job, man. He's gonna step up
most
again.
of our big games are at home as well, so we have to feel confident because the fans are back now.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a different atmosphere. There's a different feeling around Old Trafford. But the feeling will only be there if we get 3 points. Had we beaten Aston Villa and Everton, it would have been totally different. We would have been much more confident than now. And with Lindelof and Bailly, I don't think it'll be that long.
Yeah.
because I think Maguire
Yeah.
should be back
Yeah.
for Liverpool.
And the thing
I
is,
think
you
it'll be-
guys are dropping points mainly at home. Away, I think it was only the 1-1 against Southampton,
Away,
if I'm not wrong.
Southampton, yeah.
But you beat West Ham. So I think like, yeah, before you give out your score, Nawab's back with us. So Karun, before you give out your score,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts about this game?
I
How
think
it's gonna pan out?
I think it might be a difficult one actually because Leicester is not in a good form. So they'll look to get their form against us because they believe that we are also not on a good form. So they'll be like, they're looking at this game as tastily as we are looking at it. But with the whole Ole situation, I don't think I would. How do I say this? I know at a point that Ole would need to leave if he continues to lose and not win. You know what I mean? Or if he continues to draw, or if we are out of the Champions League and in the Europa League. But I personally can never make myself become an Ole out. You get what I mean, kind of? Like, even if I know he has to leave at one point, I will never be able to say that Ole out.
Yeah.
You'll not want to admit it.
Because I don't want it to happen.
It's
if
like
it
Gerrard
happens, it
taking over
happens.
Klopp. Gerrard taking over Klopp, and let's say he fucks up his first 2-3 years.
You'll never be
All his
Gerrard
fault
out,
right
though,
now, right? I'll
Yeah.
never come and be, oh, yo, Gerrard out. I don't know how Chelsea fans set Lampard out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
Here's the
That's
thing:
them.
we have tried
Nawab.
the whole
Yeah.
serial winner thing, the Mourinho, the Van Gaal. Like they're telling us take Conte because you need someone who's gonna win. We got the Van Gaal, we got the Mourinho. They were the ones who were supposed to make us win. Now we're trying
They
something
weren't
else, right?
by the board. The board never backed them. That's the problem.
The board didn't back Van Gaal. The
We
board
had a
gave him
choice
Di
at time to either
Maria.
take Pep or
Okay,
Mourinho. We went with
Falcao,
Mourinho at
Blind.
the time, I think.
How many people
But-
were there in that one transfer window? We got
But
Di
he
Maria,
didn't. But he
Falcao,
didn't
Blind.
want them.
Who else?
He didn't want
Victor
them.
Valdez.
Van Gaal didn't want them. Van Gaal didn't want them. Van Gaal wanted Pogba. Van Gaal wanted Bale. All these guys.
Is he
But also
retarded
Moyes-
coming out? I want Pogba. He can't do that.
No.
He's Van Gaal. bro.
United
He's not like Mourinho
United
or
want
something.
those players. We didn't get good enough players into the club. We didn't bring good.
No,
You see, Man City. They brought that season. They bought who was that guy that they bought? They bought players like Fernandinho came in or something. No, Fernandinho came before, but you could see that there was a plan at Man City. They had a plan. They wanted to bring in some
Yeah.
players. They already had a good
we
team.
had no stupid. Now it looks
Wait,
like we
it-
have a plan.
Now-
We're going
now
for
we have a
young
good-
players.
Yeah.
We're going for except Ronaldo, which was an anomaly. We're going for
Cavani.
young type of players. We have a plan now. We're not going for
And
the Di Maria. Like if Benzema is open in the market tomorrow, do you think we go for Benzema? No way. But would the old guys go for Benzema? They would. They'd be like, oh, Benzema, I want this fucker. I mean, you know what I mean? But we wouldn't
you
do
go
that
for-
anymore.
Would you go for Mbappe though?
Who wouldn't go for Mbappe? You have to be retarded to say I don't want Mbappe. I'll take Mbappe now. Like, dude, even though I don't know where to play him, I'll take him. And then decide later where to play him.
I might as well leave the call because FSU will never even consider Mbappe. So I'm sorry to cut you guys, but we're running out of time. So
Let's go to them.
score predictions now. Actually, no, Nawab, you were sitting there, being patient and all. So what are your thoughts on the game against Leicester before I go to score predictions?
This game could go either way.
You think it's where the board will start testing Ollie from now, or you feel like his job was never under pressure anyways, or you think he'll actually deliver like he always does against big teams,
I think with all the managers we have come across, we're not gonna sack him. He's not gonna get sacked. That's not gonna happen for sure. Even if he's gonna go, he's gonna go by the end of the season after everything is done.
And
He's gonna be evaluated well according to contract. Everyone's patient for him, no matter what the result is. I don't think that even by the time January comes, that's when this conversation might come up, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem at all until at least end of the season. I think we're gonna go smooth with Ole, and whatever the result comes, we'll see it through. Cause yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. And for the game against Leicester, it can go either ways actually, but for sure, I'm gonna say United is gonna win, not only because I support, but looking at the teams, looking at the international break, the players have performed well coming back now, and our only problem will be in the defense. It wouldn't be a problem, but it would be a crisis because now we have lost Maguire, Varane. You're gonna play. Wait, Barry, he's fit to play, and we're playing Barry suddenly right now in the middle of the season with Tindalove. I mean, they both have had experience together, but it's gonna change the whole game. I think that's gonna be where the talk will come out most after the end of the result. Our defense. The rest, I
I
think we're
might as
gonna
well
score
start.
goals.
Yeah, I'll start from you with the score prediction.
2-1.
Leicester against United.
2-1.
2-1 United.
Yeah. We're gonna concede, like
Aekavin.
we have a problem at the back, but then we're gonna get the
2-0 United.
Score.
This time I'm really confident. Leicester haven't been on good form. They've only issue is we haven't beaten Leicester in 3 games. We didn't beat them all last year. We only got 1 point out of the 3 games because it's the one games with the FA Cup we lost 3-1.
Oh yeah.
And we haven't beaten them since that 2-0 win away at Leicester on the last day of the season. to get
They were the
Championship
one
goal.
who broke your record on away games domestically, right? Not the Premier League, but just
Domestically, yes.
domestically. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
But
Karun,
this weekend,
are you gonna
but this-
echo what he said 2-0?
I am actually. I have my score written down. I forgot it though. Let me just get it in. It might have to be an echo. It is not
2-0
in this.
United.
It is not in this case. It's 1-0.
1-0 to United.
A lot of 1-0s from me this week. I've noticed.
Ronaldo brace incoming for me.
Yeah,
You
even
know,
for me,
2-1 for me
Ronaldo
this
brace.
week.
Even though we win 1-0, 1 offside.
I went 2-0.
You know what? Every time on this show, I don't think there's once where I said United's not gonna win. I don't think that has ever happened. I always give you guys a W unless it's against my team. I always say like 1-1 or something, unless it's a big game for you guys.
Yeah.
Probably a draw. I don't think you guys will lose this because of your away form and Leicester not being the best. I can see you guys winning it 2-1. I made a mistake saying United 2-1 against Everton. So this time I'm going to go with 1-1 draw.
Mhm.
Just to be controversial, 1-1 draw. I mean, that's not even controversial. You guys will even understand because
Yeah.
your defense and, going away to King Power is one of
Yeah.
the most difficult places you'll visit, obviously. With the whole crowd behind them. I can see you guys winning it 2-1, 3-1 easily, yeah, because
Mhm.
they're back. There's no Fofana from the beginning. Westergaard coming in looks shaky at times. So,
Leicester,
yeah, just
were they missing this
1-1.
weekend? Leicester missing any big players this weekend?
I have no updates on Leicester. So I
Fofana?
don't know.
Mostly for
Yeah, he's the only guy
and James,
missing
and
the whole
James Justin.
season.
James Justin is still out.
Yeah,
Who?
but they bought
Oh.
Butran anyways, right?
Yeah.
Butran left back. Okay, we still have to talk about Newcastle as well. So I'll just talk about Liverpool right now against Watford.
Okay.
Just quickly. Imagine we got 3 Liverpool fans here. It'll be another 30 minutes just on Liverpool. But before I give out my score, it's gonna be a difficult one, I think, because you know why? Ranieri, first game in charge. There's always the new manager bounce. Ranieri in charge. You know what? I forgot. This is another footballing news. Yeah, I literally checked. Watford is a sacking club, even worse than Chelsea.
100%.
The amount of
100%.
times, the
One
amount
every
of
year
times
since, like,
I scrolled all the way in the early 2000s. They were sacking. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna get sacked. They're changing 2 or 3 managers in a season. I remember recently, not long ago, 3 managers. So it's not like Watford is doing that bad so far.
And
Their
I
first game,
cannot
they beat
believe
Villa at
sacked
home.
this manager at all. He was so
They're
good.
not playing Norwich football right now.
Hmm.
I know they're not even as like Brentford doing that well, but or Brighton who's playing well. But they're not doing bad at all, they're doing decent.
Hmm.
If I'm not wrong, they're like what? Probably mid-table or something. Wait. Oh, 15th.
Yeah. But they're 5
15.
straight from
It's
20.
not even Jan yet, man.
Exactly.
No,
They have 7
they're doing
points.
fine. They're just being
4
stupid.
points.
At this point, I think
Yeah.
being manager of Watford is like a
And
freelance
every-
job.
you know,
I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a contract.
I watched the Ben
You only have
Foster's
like-
thingy,
It's
his
like, it's like, you have,
podcast.
it's like you have a 5-month contract.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's
in
like-
the club loves the
Yeah.
Cisco guy. Everybody loved Cisco from the Watford club, according to like the podcast and shit that I watched of this. But I
So,
can't
you know,
believe it's not them, bro.
For them, they're going through like a major change at the moment because obviously when they lost Troy Deeney, their captain, who was at the club for a long time, where is he now? Birmingham or something?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and now it Ranieri, who has lifted the Premier League.
With
And the thing is,
Leicester.
I don't get why Brazil's playing Uruguay Friday morning. So our Brazilian players won't be back in time for this game. Bobby Firmino is back from injury. He didn't travel with his national team. He didn't get called up because he just came back from injury. So he'll be with us. Jota didn't play last night, but got sent back to
He might
Liverpool
not-
because the game
he might
because
not
the game before. That's what I'm saying. Where
Got in.
Jota is out. Kelleher will be in goal. No Allison. And the only good news is Trent is back. Because against Man City, we didn't have a show after, that game week because it's international break. But let me just talk about Mo Salah for 1 minute. You know that goal, right? It's funny thing is he's done that before.
Yeah.
Literally, it's identical to the
It's his
Spurs goal,
trademark.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
first one, yeah.
dude, like it's insane. And
2-2 in both games. 2-2 in both games.
like
actually.
there's exactly. We didn't even win either of those games because stupid lines, man. I remember giving Harry Kane like 2 penalties or some shit. But anyways,
It was penalties, though.
Mo Salah. I mean, yeah, we won't talk about the past. There's no VR back then, but like, that goal, man. He dribbled past Cancelo before he assisted to Sadio Mane. That was the assist. He dribbled past Cancelo, dropped Bernardo Silva. Literally, he sat on the ground, then faked top 2 world-class center backs, Laporte and Diaz. Gave them a front row seat of Salah's goal when they went down, was watching his goal with his weaker foot, right foot. Mo Salah. If this guy ever gets injured, I'm talking relegation battle.
He's good though.
But no Fabinho, Henderson to play in the number 6. I don't know how's that gonna be. Thank God Trent is back. Milner don't have to play right back anymore. To be fair, I told all my friends, watch Milner keeping Foden in his pocket. Obviously, that didn't happen. But Foden is Foden. He scored a goal. But yeah, Matip, VVD, all our defenders are back. Everyone's fit, but no Fabinho in midfield, no Jota up front, which means Bobby will start with Salah and Mane, who both actually did well with, Senegal and Egypt. Mane was involved in 3 goals, Salah in 1. Robbo involved in like 2 goals for Scotland, 2 assists. But Watford away, I feel it will be one of those games where we traveled to Brentford. It was 3-3. Yes, we're the only undefeated team so far this season. If we remain undefeated throughout, right, and we miss out the league by 5 points, and you ask me, we got 10 draws in this season, right? If we win 5, lose 5, of course I'll take that. So
Yeah.
I'd rather just win. I never want to say I want to lose, but like we're the only undefeated team. But are we top right now? No, Chelsea, because we have 2 extra draws. Yeah, we have 3 draws. They have Chelsea only 1 draw and 1 defeat, but they won 5. We won 4. So that's the only difference. I'm gonna go with. Week away at Atletico Madrid. Yeah, we won Porto 5-1, I think it was, and then we beat Milan as well. But Atletico away and then Old Trafford. Going to OT after traveling to Madrid, it's going to be a tough week as well for us. We talked about United playing difficult teams. Yeah, for us, it's just Atletico and United. And after that, it goes back to being, I won't even say easy because there's no easy teams anymore in the Prem.
Yeah.
Every team upgrade their teams here. So, this is a must win. I won't be surprised if we drop points. And you guys will never believe I'm saying this because I give my team a win no matter what. Unless it's a big team, I'll say a draw. I'm going with a 2-2 draw.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. I hope I'm wrong. We need to win this. We can't draw this game, man. We can't. We drew against a 10-man Chelsea that we should have won at home. We drew against Man City, a deflected goal. KDB deflected Matip. Fabinho got an open goal. Rodri somehow got his foot. We were supposed to win that too.
For me, that was the most incredible game.
Brentford, it was just poor from us that day. So, whatever. But we should have won both the big teams, Chelsea and City, man. So we can't drop points against a team like Watford. But the fact that Ranieri, first game in charge, we're without Alisson and Fab, trust me, without Alisson and Fab, is half our spine is gone. We have Bobby on DVD, but 2-2. So if you guys want to talk about the game or not, you can just give score prediction right away. When you have something to say.
What I've noticed about Liverpool games is that sometimes you guys don't convincingly dominate games.
Yeah, the only team that's been convincing in their win so far is Chelsea. I think everyone will agree, right? Because City haven't been the most convincing as well. I think but I agree with you, Aekavin. Some games we don't look good, but we get the job done.
The Burnley game is one of them. The Burnley game is one of them. If Burnley took their chance,
Palace, it looks good on score line 3-0, but was it really? That doesn't tell the full story.
It wasn't good at all.
So I'm glad you watch our game, so man,
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If teams take your chances, if teams like Brentford had taken chances against you guys, it can be a draw.
Okay, so tell us your score, bro.
My prediction is 3-1 Liverpool. But Liverpool recently don't have a good record at Vicarage Road. Liverpool's record at Vicarage Road hasn't been the best.
Oh yeah. Oh, this stupid bastards. Sorry for swearing, but they were not here last season. So the season we won the league, they were the ones stopped our unbeaten run, man. Invincible. They started the whole thing.
The saga.
We lost 3-0, and we even lost in Klopp's first season when Bogdan was in goal, man. Fuck this team.
Could it be Watford again doing it to Liverpool?
You just reminded me, man. Fuck this. No, I'm going to change my score, man. Liverpool 3-1. Aekavin. Fuck it. Change my score. Piss me off, man. Actually, no. I'll keep it 2-2. In case I'm right, I'll be like, see, I told you. So I'm keeping it 2-2. I want to be optimistic, but
But Watford can pull off anything out of the bag if they're
what was yours again?
2-0, bro. 2-0 for
Nawab.
2-0 to Watford.
Ismaila saw a brace again.
No, wait, I'm asking. I'm not telling. That's not my score.
Oh, what do you say? I just heard. I stopped listening when you said 2-0 Watford. I stopped listening, bro. What do you say after that?
2-0 to Watford or Liverpool.
Oh, you're asking Karun.
Yeah.
You said 2-0 Liverpool.
You know my Liverpool score.
Man, Nawab, man. Playing mind games.
Yeah. Ben Kenobi.
Dude, I swear I almost turned on my camera just now when he said Watford will win. You know what? Again, I
was asking. I wasn't telling, man.
another big factor. I'm telling you now. Be ready for Klopp's excuse. We didn't have our Brazilian players to come back in time. All our players are knackered. It's fatigue. And wait. He always talks about lunchtime kickoff, 12:30 kickoff, right? You just wait. Just wait and see 12:30 they will play first game.
This one time I'll allow him with the excuses because who the fuck plays Friday? When there's Premier League on the weekend? How is FIFA allowing this?
If you guys remember this, back in the days, international break is just 2 games.
Yeah,
am I right?
2 games, bro.
Now all the countries are playing 3.
3.
You know, what Couture came out and said that they don't even care about players anymore.
Couture came out.
Business minded now, man. He came out and he spoke facts.
And you know what's messed up? Alisson and Fabinho played Brazil last 2 games.
Yeah.
They have 180 minutes under their belt already. And
one of them will probably play Friday also.
The manager Tite should have just send them both back home on time for our Premier League game. If they even start Alisson and this guy, Fabinho, I'll be surprised anyways. You don't start them all 3 games. So if they're not going to be involved, send them back home. And Jota is really back home, but he's injured.
Don't forget that in January, there's going to be a special international break for the
Dude.
bloody South Africans as well.
Dude, okay, let's not go that far ahead. You gotta remind me of like
I'll give my
African
score
Nations
for
Cup and stuff.
Liverpool.
All right, you still have to give your score.
Yeah, go for it.
Mine is Watford 2, Liverpool. Yeah, you read my mind. 3.
Oh,
Damn, 5-goal
Going to be a
thriller. I see it.
goal-scoring game,
I'm not even
but-
surprised.
Liverpool's gonna take the win.
You know,
3-2.
everyone
yeah.
enjoy
5
your
goals.
first game on Saturday. It could be a cracking game
Yep.
full of goals.
2-0.
I don't see. Actually, if this was like 11:30 game, right? So 5:30 in the UK, I can see a high scoring. And the fact that it's lunchtime, I don't know. The sun's out. I just feel it's weird. Like halftime is probably like 1-0 to us, hopefully, and hopefully get the job done second
I
half.
feel like with,
But
with Ranieri coming in Watford first game, I think he's gonna they're gonna score, but they won't get the win.
Wasn't
Yeah, I think
Ranieri
that's-
Fulham's manager at one point? Damn ass also. Yeah, he
Even
was.
Chelsea, you know.
He
Oh,
fought with,
yeah,
he
yeah,
fought with
yeah.
one of their
Chelsea,
players
right?
who
What
wanted
was
to take
it?
a penalty or some shit. I remember that, and he came out. And
was it right before? Was it right before Scott Parker, or was it somewhere in between as well?
I think somewhere in between there, and then they went for Scott because Ranieri was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully he has a shit day as
Yeah.
well.
And
You know,
he was
on
he's
Saturday.
been horrible ever since Leicester. I think he went to Fiorentina. No, Sampdoria after that got sacked also. And then he went here, there, journeyman. He went to France, got sacked.
So you know, it's just a fairy tale what he
It's
did with
just a fairy
Leicester
tale. You're right. That one-
in the fantasy world. But
Yeah.
anyways, that was
Liverpool and United.
yeah, that's it on Liverpool. Actually, it's been a long one as well. But you know,
Sorry
it's
to
good
break
to
it
see
to you guys, but before we move on,
you,
I
you gotta bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just before you go, bro, give us your thought on Newcastle, new owners, and obviously it's a good thing for them. But just answer this one question: how many years do you think it'll take them to compete, and how many years until they lift their first Premier League? Because now I am going to talk about Newcastle. Forget about Chelsea and Man City. We'll do that ending of the show after you leave. Just to wrap it up, we'll cover those 2 teams as well. But how many years for you? Just to remind people, they're the richest club in world football, not just the Premier League. If you combine 19 other clubs in the Prem, they're still richer than all 19 teams. So yes, they're richer than PSG. They're richer than Sheikh Mansour Abramovich. 320 billion.
And today I read a rumor that they're planning to buy Inter Milan. No?
So,
Oh my.
so I have a couple of interesting questions because if I just tell you guys, give me your thoughts. Obviously, it's a good thing for their fans. They're a big club. They have legends like Ginola and Alan Shearer playing for this club. They already have a fan base. They already have a stadium. So it's going to be easy, this process. How many years do you think it'll take to compete? And do you think they'll go straight a Conte right away? Or get someone like Steven Gerrard, who's favorites as well, one of the favorites? Someone who's like there and thereabouts of being elite, just to get them to competing for Europe first, and then then bring Conte when he has like a full team. Or you think they should just get Conte like now? Now meaning like obviously next season or in Jan, whenever Steve Bruce walks out. So yeah, go for it, man.
To answer your question, how many years they're gonna take to compete and how many years to actually win a trophy?
Yep.
For me, I think it will take them at least 3 years for them to compete with all the transfers. Like mainly summer, I'm pretty sure they're waiting for the summer window to actually make some real progress. January will just be the baby steps towards that. And I think they'll take it 4 to 5 years to win one trophy. Domestic trophy, whatever. I think they'll take at least 4 to 5 years to be realistic. And with
And
the money
about
they have got, they could,
in terms of the manager, yeah.
in terms of the manager, I think I had this talk.
You think it's
Someone else.
sensible to bring in an elite manager now, or someone who's decent first, and then once you have the full team, build your team around Saint Max? I think that's what they're gonna do, and then
I
bring in the
think-
likes of Conte later.
I think is to bring on not the elite managers, but bring on like Gerrard or Lampard. I think those guys need to come in as a starting
Hmm.
for them, and might as well help because they're in the progress of rebuild themselves as a manager, and if they're going on with that as a club, with the potential that they have as a manager, they could help on with that with the club as well. I don't know why, but I see Gerrard as the best fit for Newcastle because I don't know. I see him coming.
You know, that's what I actually want in the most ideal world. I want Stevie to come to the Prem.
I mean,
Before,
as a manager,
he's gonna
I'm
come
sure
to
he
us
wants to
when
come
Klopp leaves.
Yeah, eventually.
When Klopp
gain
leaves
experience as well, right?
in 2024, Gerrard even signed a contract with Rangers, I think, for like that long. It's like as if it's planned, right? So I want him to come to the Prem first. But if he's gonna be competing with us, still, that's the thing. Like coming to Newcastle to play, mid-table and just to survive relegation. Because when with Mike Ashley, that's literally the objective starting of the season. Just avoid relegation. I would be fine with that. But if he's competing with us, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. It's like Rafa at Everton, but he's like around the Europe right now. That's what he's trying to achieve with Everton. But
There is
it's
any Chelsea
Stevie.
fan.
And
Chelsea
trust me,
fan
with
can
the new
answer your
owners,
question, I think.
they will be wanting to go for the best, man. They didn't buy this club just to like mess around. So obviously, when they get Stevie, obviously they won't have one transfer window where they can just go crazy. It'll take time, but I don't want Stevie to also be the guy who takes them to that level. But again, I want him in the Prem before he comes to us. But yeah, any last few words about?
If Ole was just about to come to United now, or at that time, it would be a different story, if Ole was over. Now it's
wait, what? I didn't hear about what.
I'm saying if it was like a different situation where Ole just finished from Malt and then he was gonna come in either as a United manager or as a Newcastle, maybe it would have been a kind of a safe situation, as in like I might have wanted Ole to go Newcastle.
Yeah.
To gain experience before coming to United. If the situation was
he has gained Premier League
coming from outside the Premier League, I would have like preferred that, I guess.
No, but the thing is, Ole has Premier League experience.
He was with Cardiff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does have.
I mean, like right after.
Yeah, but not. You're right. Not right after. Not right after.
I mean,
Cardiff, then he went back to Molde. Then he.
And also, imagine backing Ole with the amount of money as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, in a way,
we might actually
that is
see
you
a
guys
different
as well
Ole.
now.
We might have seen a different.
Even though he is working with elite players now, but it makes sense to start off with like a Newcastle because the pressure with United will be way more. But yeah,
the pressure falls on as well. Same, the amount of potential and pressure is pretty much.
Yeah. All we know for sure is Steve Bruce is going regardless.
Yeah.
Whatever he does from now onwards, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Even he came out and said that the abuse that he's getting, if his parents were alive, there would be.
Yeah. I was gonna actually touch on that too.
He could win that. He could win like top finish in Europa League. He'll still get sacked for sure. He's going.
The fact that he said that, I don't know now if the owners will be okay. Steve Bruce literally said, I'm glad my parents are not alive to see this. So I don't know if that's gonna buy him more time. Because if a ball, like I said earlier, if you sack him before a ball is even kicked this weekend, they're playing Spurs at home. And like Karun said, they're just waiting to just lose on Sunday. But big up to you each and every time. Thanks for coming on. Obviously, you're one of us. So yeah, we'll see you soon, bro. Good night.
Have a good one, guys.
Good night, bro. See you.
Blazers out.
Yeah.
Just to wrap up the show with Karun and Aekavin.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, just now everyone basically chipped in and had their say as well. But yeah, any last words on Newcastle before we actually talk about the other two clubs in blue? So yeah, Aekavin as a guest. I know you said it in the beginning of the show when I told you guys to just say everything, get off your chest. That's exactly what he said.
You chose Newcastle, right?
Yeah. Anything you want to say? Oh yeah, basically answer to the question of what I asked Nawab. Basically, how many years do you think it will take them to compete and then to win the title? And what is the most ideal thing for them to do, being sensible with the managers?
So for me, new owners means new expectations, and Newcastle now are aiming to be at the top. They're going to be a big club. I
How many
just
years?
saw on Instagram a bit ago that Newcastle are linked with Brendan Rodgers as their main choice.
Oh yeah. He's the favorites I saw today.
So I think Brendan Rodgers could be a good choice. You have Antonio Conte out there. You've got Zinedine Zidane.
Zidane, yo.
You also got Arsene Wenger, although he's not going to come back and manage. He's not ready to come back to the Prem. He does, and Arsenal would be really funny to watch. But the thing is, I'm ready to see Newcastle back again. And I don't think it'll be built overnight, obviously. Rome wasn't built overnight. It's going to be around 5 to 6 years. It's going to be a project, 5 to 6 years. But they're going to need a long-term manager because Antonio Conte is a long-term manager. You know he's gone after 2 years. He's only going to revive this team. He's not going to build it.
So 5-6 years to compete or to win their first major title?
5-6 years to win their first title, to rebuild and win their first title. Because I think Newcastle will not be ready next year. I think they'll finish somewhere around mid-table, like Aston Villa position, like when they had Grealish, when they almost made it to Europe last year. So pretty much, it's going to be one step further. So they're going to finish mid-table, then maybe sixth, and then they're going to try and aim for Champions League, and then they're going to push higher. But
I think
they're going to build
first. They should go for top 7 and then Europa, then Champions League. Take it step by step.
Give me 5 players that I think Newcastle should realistically sign. I think Gareth Bale should be one of them.
I saw that they're linked with him. Yeah, Bale, Icardi.
They should go for Raheem
Navas.
Sterling as well. They should go for Raheem Sterling. I don't think he's.
I agree. The players who are out of favor, basically the big ones,
And they should go for. They should go for
Navas wouldn't want to be sitting on the bench for PSG, so that's a good way to start with keeper.
Yes,
and like Icardi from the same team as Navas.
I think Isco might be good because Isco's out of favor at Real Madrid.
Yeah, the news I saw was Icardi, Navas, Bale, and one more. Sorry, who?
And Mauro Icardi as well. They should bring in Mauro.
Yeah.
Icardi as well.
I saw Icardi, Navas, Bale. I forgot the other guy mentioned in the news I saw today. Could be Raheem, but
it's Raheem.
That guy also iMobile.
Immobile.
Yeah,
because they went for him once.
I think it was
a couple of years.
Don
back.
Robbie's page.
Yeah. Wait. Even this iMobile thing could have been.
But Newcastle should build around Ellen.
So his own Facebook.
If they sell out
here you go. The other guy is Dele Alli. So Gareth Bale, Dele Alli, Navas, and Icardi. Yeah, Dele Alli, man. Even though he just started with Spurs.
Who's the other guy bringing Sterling as well?
I mean, it's not mentioned here, but Sterling, I've heard it in multiple of podcasts I've been listening to. Everyone said Raheem would be good.
Yeah, so Newcastle also, the players that they have right now, this weekend is a massive game for them, in a way that because new owners means they're gonna be excited. They're all gonna go out, or it's either they're gonna feel pressure that they know their career at Newcastle is done, so they're gonna have to perform at the highest. They're under pressure to perform at the very highest if they want to keep their place at the club. I think. Newcastle should also keep Martin Dubravka because Martin Dubravka is an amazing goalkeeper. They should.
He is. Yeah.
Some players that they have right now in their squad, they should definitely keep.
That's literally what I was gonna ask you because we're talking about bringing in players. In your opinion, who will be the only one who can be like, okay, my spot here in the team is actually apart from Saint Max. You think there's anyone else? Because for me, even the goalkeeper, both of them are decent. Don't have another one who's decent as well, the second keeper, but I still feel that it's not good enough. Callum Wilson is not even a good striker for a team that's going to spend that much and wanting to be at the highest, right? He's good for like a mid-table team or a team to survive relegation.
Yeah.
So for me, Joelinton, Ryan Fraser,
Javi Manquillo might play.
And Karun, any more shout outs to anyone who has a chance to actually remain in this team? Because I heard Lascelles, the center back with the captain,
Yeah.
will be good for a squad, not a star, but
Squad
squad player
depth,
because
right? Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
because of the home quota as well.
Mm.
They have that role in the Prem. So
Yeah.
like long staff, man, the brothers.
The brothers, yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
born from
They-
there as well. And like Newcastle's an amazing city. They have the stadium, or they have the fan base. So
Yeah.
I just think this process won't take as long as Man City. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
a shocking thing to say, but like, you know how they got in Robinho and he didn't even know he was signing for
Yeah.
Manchester City because
Yeah.
back then
There was
his
only one.
agent, he was playing in a Brazilian league or something, and his
Yeah.
agent was like, "Oh, you're moving to Manchester." He knew only one Manchester back then, and it was Manchester City. He didn't even know he was going to City, man, Robinho. But
He was
Yeah.
the only new. Yeah.
so yeah, it's pretty much Saint Max, and you can say the keeper and maybe one, two
Almiron
center
maybe,
backs,
but I don't know about that also.
Almiron's
Yeah,
also
I-
decent.
Yeah.
Who's the
bro,
left-
I know, like I don't even see him
That's the
remaining
thing.
in that team because
who's the
Because
left
his
back?
position is
he's
very replaceable. There's so many better than in his position.
And you know what? Like, I don't even know why I'm saying this, but like, you guys may disagree, but I don't even rate this guy, man.
Almiron.
I know he's left-footed, he's decent, but like, and he starts for Paraguay for his country, but I
Yeah.
think he's overrated.
He's a very MLS player, bro. That's where
Exactly.
he came from.
That's
also.
where he came from. Yeah.
He's like very like.
Okay, so who's
yeah,
I just
bang
feel like-
average.
Maybe it's just the hype when he came that is
Try.
making me say he's overrated. Because Newcastle fans were gassing him up.
the left back is who again? Newcastle.
Who's
What?
left back?
Newcastle's left back. Who's
Like,
the
like
left back?
some Paul Dummett or something.
Mm.
Damn it. Yeah,
Bro, he's probably the first guy out, man. But
they really need to clear out this.
anyways, yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. So, Karun, how many years for them to challenge and for them to lift as in like any major trophy? Obviously, to win the Champions League, you must be in the top four first.
I would say
win
for
the
them
Prem,
to
basically,
challenge 5 to 6 years, for them to win,
and win
oh, it's gonna be a while. I don't even see
probably
this
a decade, right?
Yeah,
5-6
but the
years,
thing is,
I would-
I see these owners leaving them before a decade. I see these owners in the next 4, 5, 6 years, something bad's gonna happen. Because it's a very shady way. The way they bought the club
Yeah.
is weird. The way everything was done is weird. The way EPL didn't accept it, then they did accept it.
Exactly.
I don't think this relationship lasts long. Also, honestly,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of
So-
big people that
Mm.
coming to buy teams, and then after a while they just sell.
Yeah. Yeah. My answer is the same as Karun. I think 6, 7 years for them to actually compete, and almost a decade till they actually, lift the
Lifted, like,
Prem,
Yeah.
or even, win by then they'll already be in the top four, so they can win the UCL as well.
think
But yeah,
they'll
it'll
be in
take
the
another
Champions
decade, 6, 7 to compete. Sorry,
When do you think they'll reach the Champions League? When do you think they'll get in?
like 5, 6 years. Well, okay, actually, okay, if competing means like competing other teams to lift the Prem, 6, 7, maybe
Yeah.
be in the Champions League by like 5, 4,
Yeah.
5, maybe to
Still
finally
don't see
to
it being
compete for the
anytime soon.
top 4. Yeah, like Steve Bruce is the first guy to walk out. I'm pretty sure you can't have a guy Steve Bruce coaching world-class players.
Mm.
Obviously, every manager deserves a chance when they have a backup like that, right?
Yeah.
From the owners. But then, what I'm just
But
gonna add
sometimes
before
No,
I just
you-
want to say about what you said, man. Like how Premier League rejected it like a year ago,
yeah.
and then because people in Saudi they were streaming Premier League illegally, right?
yeah.
So now that they stopped doing that, the Prem is receiving money. So whatever they were talking about human rights back then, so now it just shows that it was never about human rights. It's all about money for the
Money.
Premier League.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to say. The first thing, and second thing is, yeah, I agree with Karun. At least a decade, and I think the most sensible way is obviously even Conte wouldn't want to come in and just start building the whole
Yeah.
team himself, because he knows it's not going to happen overnight. He likes staying there. He likes staying everywhere for a short time. So
Yeah.
that's like bring anyone in for it's going to be short term, but short term could be like 2, 3, 4 years. like a Gerrard or Nagelsmann or Ten Hag from Ajax or even like a Potter maybe from Brighton, just step up for
Yeah,
Potter.
Graham Potter's a good
or-
manager.
And
Brendan
Brendan
Rodgers,
Rodgers, let's
he's
see
linked
if he wants
also.
to. If Brendan bottles to get into the Champions League with Leicester again, that's a
Then he's-
shout out the fact that he's favorites. And
Yeah.
I see a news for Rafa returning. Rafa would be amazing for
Yeah,
them
Rafa
as
would
well.
be the best.
Well with Newcastle now. He did so well with Newcastle.
Because I don't see Rafa staying with Everton for more than one
He
season.
tried
I don't
so
know
hard to
why. I
keep
don't
them up
see
as
him.
well, but he failed to keep them up. That's the thing.
Yeah, so I can see
Play
him
with him so they
returning.
get back up. Amazing from Rafa.
So yeah,
To him.
and you never know in a few years' time when Pep says goodbye to City. You never
never
know. I'm just saying
know.
you never know.
You never know. With
Pep
Pep,
is-
if
Pep is
you have
wanting to
money,
get-
he'll come.
Because at the end of the day, money talks.
Yeah.
So
When is
Yeah.
Klopp is also leaving in like 3 4 years.
2024.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
don't
they-
think I don't see the Klopp happening at all. Like never say never, but like anyways, any last few words on Newcastle before we
Alan
just talk
Shearer go
about
back in-
City and Chelsea?
Nope, none from me.
What do you say, Gwen?
I think Alan Shearer might be the one
Yeah?
that goes there.
Even though he's
That's
shit,
a
but good to see
shout,
him.
but he never managed a
He didn't do
team
well.
before,
He didn't
right?
do that
Did
time
he?
because he had Mike Ashley as the owner and he
Yeah.
didn't get the players he wanted. That time Newcastle
Yeah,
had
it's a
weak-
good
had
shout.
weak
It's a
squad.
good shout.
But
Good
now
happen.
Dude, they
Newcastle
had some-
build a team. They're gonna build a team with Alan
Bro,
Shearer.
in the 1990s, like early 2000s, they were the one competing with you guys in
Yeah.
Arsenal and even
Yeah.
with us. But like,
Yeah.
They had some great
So-
managers. In there.
Liverpool, Newcastle, one of the best
Seven
teams.
Keegan,
Bro,
was there.
they used to be the one trying to get into the top four with the three teams I just
Yeah.
said: Liverpool, United, and Arsenal, Chelsea, and City, and Spurs. All these teams were
They were
not
the
even like
Spurs,
close
but the
to us.
non-bottling Spurs. That's how they were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, Spurs
And
were
bro,
elite.
St. James Park, you could have like
It's something else.
50,
Yeah.
50 plus K
Yeah.
fans
Yeah.
in the state. So they have the stadium already. They have the fan base. I don't think this project will take that
Too long,
long,
yeah.
but at the same
football, man.
time, yeah, it's not gonna happen overnight. So City and Chelsea, the fact that Novab is gone. Queen, I'll give you Chelsea and Crew and City, and then we'll just wrap it up from there. Chelsea leaders right now. So let's just start City to get them out of the way. Same points as United. Obviously, I think I said this already, but I'll just remind you: lost to Spurs. Lost to Spurs. Beat Norwich, Arsenal 5-0. Beat Leicester 1-0. 0-0 Southampton. Beat Chelsea, the leaders 1-0. And drew against us 2-2. The question is basically, we're not going to review this team because who cares about City? I just literally said the games they played so far. So basically, you put them, if I'm not wrong, as your favorites to win the league, just like me. I know Navab was being biased and he said United.
Mhm.
I don't think Aekavin was with us in the prediction show for the whole season. So is City, after watching them so far, not having a number 9, which is massive because, like I said, in that first half is the worst I've ever watched Liverpool play in my entire life. What was that first half, man? Was that part of the plan to come out, in the second half, bring the game in the second half? I don't know if that's Klopp's idea, but like literally we were lost, couldn't get the ball back from City. Usually we dominate at home, doesn't matter if you're City or whoever. It's only a team like City can come to Anfield and dominate the ball possession. So against
You guys
Southampton,
Well, though.
imagine they had a strike against Southampton, they would have won. Against PSG, they lost 2-0. But who played better that night? City.
City played
So,
much better.
Do you still
City
are you
missed
still gonna
two
put them
open
as
goals.
your
They missed two
favorites,
open goals.
or do
Well,
you think it's Chelsea or United or Liverpool? Yeah, forget about reviewing.
if I had to say
their
right
season,
now,
but-
if I had to say right now, I would say Liverpool, but I still believe that City Nila can turn it all around.
Yeah.
I do think they can, man.
I
it's
still
City,
think City need a striker though because they've got a lot. That perfect game against Southampton.
Yeah, well, we will
That-
see what they
that-
do in
But
Jan.
bro,
was
the
a
way
perfect
Salah is playing right now, though, I would be stupid not to give Liverpool a shot. Honestly,
Yeah.
Salah's gone back to his days, man.
I'll have my say at the end before I say goodbye to everyone. But Aekavin coming to Chelsea now. Obviously, they're the top. 3-0 against Palace, 2-0 against Arsenal. Drew against us, obviously, with 10 men. Impressive. Beat Villa 3-0, beat Spurs 3-0. Up until this point, they were level on points with Liverpool and the same goal difference. It was literally identical, right? Up until the Spurs game, I believe. And then things changed when they lost to City. And last game, obviously, they beat Southampton 3-1. And that's why they're top, because teams like Liverpool, United, City all won just 4. They won 5. But United, the both Manchester lost 1, but we just had 3 draws. So yeah. So you think they are the favorites, or you think Lukaku will come as good as the fans were hyping him up? Let's say he's had a decent season so far, you would say, right? He's not like yes he did hit the ground running, but like it's like he's exploding it, like how he did in the Serie A. Ronaldo still outscoring, by the way, in Serie A, but Ronaldo's a GOAT anyways. But you think Lukaku will literally, he was the missing piece for them last season. Will he lift them the title? Because Chelsea fans, I've been watching a lot of them, and all of them are like, none of their playmakers are actually creating. Mason Mount, nothing. Kai Havertz playing poor. Hakim Ziyech, since injury, has been shit. Right now, their front 3 starters are the ones in the last game: Timo Werner and Hudson-Odoi. So not even like the big dons I just mentioned. So do you think Lukaku will lift them the title, or you still think it's coming to Manchester?
I think
I don't know which Manchester, but like
I have to point out that Chelsea's issues last season have been striker issues, because their top scorer had 7 goals.
Jorginho.
Yep. But 7 penalties though.
All pens, yeah.
Yeah, all pens. And for me,
and might be lifting the Ballon d'Or. Just saying.
Possible. But yeah, I think Lukaku will solve their issues up front for sure, 100%, because he is, for me, a 20 goal, 30 goal season striker, and definitely he's already hit the ground running. Gonna be up there for the Golden Boot race for sure. And I think with Chelsea bringing up Trevor Chalobah, I think it's a big move, because this season they're showing that they can also trust in youth as well as their players, as well as the big players they have around them. With a lot of not being on good form, but Lukaku, Timo Werner is finally coming back to his best again. You could also say Kai Havertz here and there, but I think Chelsea are in for a title. They're in it.
Would you say they're the favorites for you, or you think it's still City or United?
It's very hard for me to call a favorite out of the 4 teams. So is it okay if I don't call
after watching 7 games, 2 international breaks done to 1 team, who do you think it's gonna be?
At the moment,
I know it's so difficult to say, because it could be one of the 4. Look at the points difference. It's a gap of 1 or 2 only. So you just have to give a team, bro.
I'm thinking Chelsea. Yeah, I think they are the favorites to win the league.
Okay.
Because of Lukaku, what he's done, and Thomas
Perfect, because
the back of Champions League final.
Yep.
Over Man City, we mustn't forget that. So yeah, Chelsea for me.
And there you go. My answer is also Chelsea. Simple explanation. I was gonna say obviously City or Chelsea. I wasn't gonna say Liverpool or United, but like, I'll think of a reason for every club. Liverpool is basically, once we, our players, they leave for African Nations Cup after New Year's, or anyone gets injured, because in this club system, the way he makes our players train, right? It's so intense that every home game at Anfield, we have to start with that intensity that I didn't see at all in the first 10-15 minutes against Man City. It was, I don't know where was it gone, but I think I know why. This guy started the same players against Brentford, Porto, and Man City, because he knows international breaks. So apart from Trent, who played Brentford, didn't play against Porto and City. So he played the same team as he played against Porto midweek. So that's why it's all about fatigue for me. And with Liverpool, if we can't even rotate that much because we don't have the depth the other teams do, like United, Chelsea, and City, they are going to end up getting injured. Thiago already pulled his, not hamstring, but I think his calf injury. Young Harvey, who is our only new signing, we can look at it in that way. Obviously, Konate is the only one. He's injured, out for more than half of the season. Now, like I said, Jota is out. Fabinho Alisson cannot play, not due to injury. But for me, Liverpool, someone will get injured. That's when it's going to break down. The whole team's going to collapse. Just wait for it until it's happening. We just don't know when it will happen. Eventually, it's going to happen. If Salah gets injured tomorrow, we're done. Mane, we can still cope with Jota, but again, Jota's injured. So what do we do? Divock Origi, Takumi Minamino, Oxlade-Chamberlain, linked to return to Arsenal. Naby Keita comes in and injured. You know how did Naby get injured? His last injury was because he kicked the ground. You're telling me this guy kicked the ground and he was out for 2 weeks. Now he's back. I think they will fall off because of that. United, the whole Ollie thing, I don't want to repeat myself. It's simple. You guys do have Ronaldo, but I wouldn't write any of the teams off, obviously. And I wouldn't be surprised if you guys win it as well, because they are my favorites as soon as you guys sign Ronaldo. But City, the only problem is having no number 9, I think. When they need, it's like when they need to, just get over the line. In some games where they should be winning, they might drop points. Like the Southampton game. A draw against us was good for them because their form at Anfield, apart from last season with no fans, it's been shit for the past decade, right? So it was a good point at Anfield. But 0-0 to Southampton and losing to Spurs first game, I can see them dropping points along the way. So I see Chelsea with lesser issues than the other three. In fact, I see no issues. Once their midfield starts creating and giving Lukaku those balls in, like he was the guy scoring the winning goal against Zenit in the Champions League. Yeah, we're not speaking Champions League football, we're speaking in the Prem, but it's basically a team that can go on a streak of winning 10 plus games to win you the league, basically. The team that loses the least from the 4 teams, because Liverpool's not going to go the whole season unbeaten. There's no way that's happening. So yeah, for me, it's Chelsea, but that answer can change by Jan, when we can see halfway through the season what's up with the whole table. Any last words you guys want to say before we take the people out, if the people are still here? Aekavin, thanks again, man.
No problem, man. All good.
Yeah, we actually missed this. Feels like it's been a long time since you were on camera, but hope you enjoyed. Again, smash that like if you're still here, and subscribe if you're new. Whenever you watch this, just help us leave a comment, maybe
share, subscribe.
If you want to come on the show, let us know. And much more to come. We will post our score predictions on our socials by Friday, so stay tuned, and we're out, people. Peace.